Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Divinity here, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever tutorial on my channel. This is going to be time remap syncing. This is how I personally do it. I know a lot of people like to use Twixtor, but I found after, editing for a while that this is my preferred type of way of syncing. I'm just going to get right into the tutorial for you guys. I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing today.
If you love someone, then go to your
That was time remap syncing. I imported the clip into After Effects here, and I'm going to include the clip as well as the song in the description if you guys want to practice yourself. Pretty much going to look like this. So this is, these are your keyframes. So I'm going to import the clip into After Effects. I'm going to get rid of my color correction here. Let me rename the clip for you guys. So this is your clip, and this is the song. So I hope you guys already know how to mark beats on a song. I'm going to be telling you guys how to split your clip as well and everything. So we're going to go through the clip here, and we're going to start by we're going to find the area in the clip where the soldier shoots the weapon. So we're just going to go through, and I'm going frame by frame by using page down, or you can use page up to go back a frame. So it looks like the soldier shoots right there. So what we're gonna do to start, I'm gonna right click the clip, and I'm gonna go up to time and enable time remapping. You can also press Control Alt T on the clip if you want to enable that way. So we're gonna enable that, and I'm gonna go here to the left. I'm gonna turn my audio off because I'm gonna be using just my song. I don't need to hear the background audio. And then I'm going to make a keyframe on the clip right here for the shot, and then I'm going to go through the entire clip and go to each shot and make another keyframe there where the bullet trail is. Okay, then we're going to go to the next shot here, make another keyframe there, make another keyframe there for the next shot. And for the final shot, here's the next keyframe. Okay, cool. Before we start putting the shot where the beats are, I'm going to start this off to where the soldier starts to aim in here for the first shot. So it looks like the soldier starts to aim in right here, the gun's starting to tilt and everything. So I'm gonna make a keyframe to start here, and I'm gonna split the layer here, but I'm just gonna clip it there. So what you can do there is just hold Alt and press the parenthesis button that's next to the P, and then let's start to add these markers, these shots, to the beats. So the first beat comes in right here. So you can hold Control and use your mouse pad and scroll across to hear the sound, and you can kind of hear the beat if it's kind of a hard song to see the beats on the waveform. So we're gonna drag this clip along here. Okay, so here's the first shot. I'm gonna match this up to the first beat right here. So let's hear the song again after the first shot. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do every other. So this is the main beat, and then this is a smaller beat, and then this is another big beat. So we're gonna do every other for this song just because it makes the flow a lot nicer that way. Instead, if I did this beat, it would just be way too fast and it would just look too messy. So you're gonna mark your first shot on the beat. You're gonna go to the next beat here, the second beat. And then you're gonna drag this, which is the second shot, onto that beat. Okay, you're gonna skip a beat here, go to the next beat, drag the third shot onto that beat. Okay, so you're gonna skip this next one as well, and you're gonna go to the next beat after that, so every other. And you're gonna do the same thing for the last shot here. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing as I did for the first shot, where the gun starts to aim in to hit the first shot. Since this was the last shot, the gun seems to keep moving until it stops right there. So I'm gonna make a keyframe there to end the clip, and I'm gonna drag that out to the second beat as well to keep the flow pretty nice instead of, you know, having it end on this one right here. And it's nice to see the players enjoy seeing, you know, the final feed at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty nice to see. If you end that too fast, it's kind of hard to see in like an episode or teamtage or montage or something like that. So this is where the zooming in should probably start right here, because this is like the beginning of the actual song right here. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is, you run into instances sometimes where the scope is kind of messed up. Like the player zoomed in, he stopped, and then he zoomed in again. Or we can fix that really quick. So what you want to do is you want to go through and see where the soldier or the gun keeps going before it goes back. So it goes right there. And you're going to go forward a couple frames. And okay, so the gun seems to be right here. We want to see when the scope is a lot higher here. So it seems like it got up higher here and before the black scope. So what I can do, a little simple fix really quick right here is bam, bam, it looks normal, and then it'll go right into the shot. So let's drag these right before the shot here. I personally like to leave 1 frame of the scope to each shot, because I know sometimes a player likes to, when they're sniping, the scope is open for a while. I mean, in a montage, you don't really want to be watching the scope. You want to see the clip, you know, kind of roll smoothly. So what we're going to do is, now we're going to go through each shot and find the syncing points for this middle beat right here in between the beats that we didn't mark with a keyframe yet. So he shoots, and then he kind of like stops here, right? So we can mark, you know, he's zooming out, and it kind of like stops right here. So we can make a keyframe there. Let's go through this. It's a shot, and he's constantly moving until like right here. Okay. He shoots, constantly moving till like right here. Okay. The next shot, he shoots, constantly moving till like right there. Alright. And then he shoots. Wait, where is it? Shoots. Constantly moving. And that's that. Okay, we don't have to do anything for that because that's just the last thing, and it's going to be nice, smooth outro right there. Alright, so what we're going to do, we just did the shot, we did the middle syncing point right there. So what we can also do with a clip like this is that, okay, so this is the first shot right here. The guy scopes out after the shot, you know, this is going to be your little thing right here. So when he scopes, when he goes to zoom back in, we can make another keyframe there. Alright, go to the second shot. Let me mark the shots really quick. You can do that by pressing the asterisk key, just the same way you do this song. You can make a little marker there by clicking the asterisk key above the 9. You know, we'll do that on every single shot here. Okay, there we go. Okay. This helps distinguish between the other beats between each shot rather than the shot itself. So we have this. We have the part where the gun stops as it zooms out. We made a keyframe there. We also made a keyframe to where the gun's about to zoom back in to make a shot. Okay. So here it is. Here it is again. What zooms in here starts to zoom in right here. All right, we'll scroll along here. All right, the gun starts to zoom in right here. Okay, and the gun starts to zoom in right here. Okay, now let's match the keyframes up to the correct beats. Okay, so, okay, let's go back to the first shot. He shoots. The keyframe. We'll do the first keyframe after the shot. We'll line that up with the middle beat right here, with a little middle marker. So here's a shot marker. the middle beat, and then another shot right here. Oh, we can align the arrows up with each shot. Okay, so we did the middle beat here, and here's the second shot. In between the middle beat and the second shot here, there is another beat right here, so I can do this second keyframe that I made in the middle of the shot here. Okay, so we'll line up the next keyframe after the shot. So here's the shot, the next keyframe, we'll line that up with the middle beat. And then here's the middle beat right here between the middle beat and the next shot. So I'll add the zooming in part there. Okay, so here's the next keyframe after the third shot, and I'll line that up right here, and then here's the zooming in part, here's that beat between the middle beat and the next shot. There's a shot right there. Okay, and the middle beat is right there where I made the keyframe. Where I made the marker. Okay, and there's that other beat right there between the shot and the middle beat. Zooms in right there, and then that's it. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost ready to start the graph editor, but first I want to do something else really quick. So you notice the scope is kind of in there for a while, and you know, sometimes it seems like it's just too much flow in there. Like, it just seems like the scope should not be in there that long. Like, I just really want one frame of the scope. So let's go to the first shot. You know, we already synced our beats. So at the zoom in part where the sniper is zooming in to make the next kill, before the scope gets in here, before it goes into the scope right here, I'm gonna make a keyframe right there, and I'm gonna bring that up. Okay, here's the next shot. I'm gonna go a frame before, and I'm gonna drag that to the right before the next shot. So bam, and he goes to zoom in, and then it hits right there. Okay, alright, we're gonna do that again. So right before the shot, we're gonna drag the keyframe there. Okay, right before it goes into the scope again, goes right there, and we'll drag that before the next shot, a frame before the next shot. Okay, goes to zoom in right there. Okay, there's the scope. Make a keyframe there and bring that in right before the next shot, and that's that. Okay, so I want to delete all the there's a little keyframe out here from the shot, from the clip. I'm gonna delete, I forgot to delete that first clip right there, that first keyframe right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we are going to split the clip at every shot. So I'm gonna split the clip there by clicking Control-Shift-D for Windows users. I'm not sure what it is for Mac. Correct me on that, I'm sorry. So we're gonna split it on every single shot. I already made the marker on the thing. So there's a shot, there's a shot, and there is a shot right there. So we can delete these markers now because we don't really need them. We already have the clip split at each shot now. So you can right click, delete all markers on all these if you want. And since we split the clip for each shot, I want to delete all these existing keyframes. We don't need them because we're only going to be working with the keyframes that are within each layer here. So we want to work with only these keyframes here in the layer. So I can delete all these before that and after it. Alright, so I'm going to show you why it's really handy to use Graph Editor, because it allows you to control the flow of the edit, and it works really well with the music. So I'm going to RAM preview this and show you what it looks like without Graph Editor first. It looks terrible. And I'm also going to show you what frame blending does and how it helps your edits. What you're going to want to do is highlight, and you're going to want to highlight every single keyframe here. and you're going to want to click F9, or you can also right click, go to keyframe assistant and click easy ease. Okay, so let's start off. Let's go into graph editor. After it's easy eased, you click graph editor. This right here, fit all graphs to view. The button above tab should be able to open this up, and so you can see the graph editor a lot easier. So what this does, when you bring this up and you bring this down, this will allow, this will bring the gun in pretty fast. It'll slow it down, and then it'll bring it in faster. And the reason why it's choppy is because we do not have frame blending on. So what you want to do is, there's a button right here that says enables frame blend. Click that. You're going to go over to the square here, and you're going to double click and make sure that you have an arrow that's pointing right. If you don't see this, you just click toggle switches and it should come up. So this will make, see, that's a lot smoother than before. So if I turn it off, you can kind of see how choppy the clip is. If I turn it back on, it's nice and smooth. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into graph editor for this next clip here. You know, fit graphs to view and click the button above tab. That's next to 1. And we're going to bring this up so it comes in pretty fast. And this is pretty much how you do it with the clips. So up and down, up and down. Okay. Let's get out of graph editor there and let's see how that looks. We're going to enable frame blending on that clip. Let's see how that looks now. Looks pretty good, but it's actually kind of slow. Let's make this a little faster by, like, when the gun comes to zoom in, or I mean zoom out here, I want that a little faster. I can bring this up and make that a little faster as well. So let's see how that looks. This seems, when it shoots and comes out, this seems a little slow, so I can bring this up a little bit too to make it faster as well. It's looking pretty nice so far. Okay, so let's go to the next clip and do the same thing. Okay, enable frame blending on that as well. Alright, let's see how it looks with the first. It's kind of slow, so I want to speed this up a lot. Okay, I can speed this up here, bring this down to make it a little, make the sync a little sharper. See how this is. Cool. We're gonna add RSMB after, so it'll get rid of the it'll kind of get rid of the warping here. Let's go to this next clip. So there's a point right here that can be fixed. See the guy does a little weird movement here. So what you can do for this frame right here, you see how right before he does this little turn here, which looks kind of awkward, the gun comes up like this before it goes back down. So I can make a keyframe here and bring this up to this second keyframe. And it just looks like that. It'll look a lot cleaner that way. Okay, so let's sync this up. You don't have to worry about these frames right here because it's just a frame and it's not noticeable. So there you go. We can make this a little sharper. Just make sure that this isn't like this because it'll make the clip go backwards instead. This has to be lower than this part. Okay, cool. Let's see how that looks. Enable frame blending. Bad, that's a little too sharp, so we can kind of tone it down a little bit. Looks a lot better. A lot better. Okay, let's do this next clip here. Alright, let's see how this looks. Oh, we forgot to enable frame blending. Okay. Looks pretty good. Here's the last shot here. So this is just 2 keyframes. So I'm gonna do this, bring this up, bring this down, enable frame blending. That's pretty much it right there, guys. That's pretty much how you do time remap syncing. So if you want to make this a lot smoother, okay, so I got RSMB open over here, so we can just drag that onto each layer, press Control C, go to each layer, Control V. Alright, let's see how this looks. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Very nice. That's pretty much how you do that. You can, you know, add a color correction to it then. But that was my time remap syncing tutorial. That was kind of in-depth. I hope you enjoyed it. Get ready for my upload tomorrow, whatever I'm going to do. If you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, I am definitely open to whatever you guys want. Just please let me know because I will try anything. Alright, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. Peace out, Divinators.